Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Start with pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. Due to the addition of the public hearing, I'm going to move that to 9:32 as the amended part. So we'll have that then. So there, I can go ahead and ask for the approval of today's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of minutes of 6/29/22 and 6/30/22.
Make a motion to approve.
I will second those. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is approval of claims for payment, 6/29/22 and 7/6/22.
I'll make a motion to approve both sets of claims.
I will second. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? We skipped the 6/29/22 last week.
Yes. we
So,
did.
Other than that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The public hearing will be held at 9:32. So now we can go down to consideration to approve Windstream Iowa Communications LLC utility permit 22-014.
Make a motion to approve the Windstream Iowa Communications utility permit.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now we have is consideration to approve resolution 2230 to execute release on foreclosed mortgage. Carol, you're going to speak on this one.
Yeah, there's a little bit of history on this. Back in 2010, the USDA first-time homebuyer program provided a loan to Michelle Bonin for property in Iowa Falls, 422 Indiana Avenue. And for the purchase money or for the use to rehabilitate the property to improve its value, the Iowa Finance Authority had provided the $17,490 some for either part of the down payment or the rehab of the property. That money came through the county, then went to the purchase price or the rehab costs. That was all in 2010. Then in 2011, the buyer, Ms. Bonin, gave the county a mortgage to secure that $17,000. That document was prepared by Region 6. Then fast forward 10 years, the USDA foreclosed on the property. So in 2020, the property was foreclosed on. Hardin County was listed as an interested party because of that 2011 recorded mortgage. It was a forgivable mortgage. It was never the county's money. And it probably should have been, Region 6 or some other entity rather than the county, but nevertheless, now that the property's been foreclosed on by the USDA has asked that we provide a release of whatever interest we have. And so I've prepared a resolution and there's a proposed release that the attorney for the USDA prepared for us to execute. So I just want to make sure that we weren't walking away from money that we had ponied up, and we aren't. It was not county money.
There was one change on this resolution.
Yes, on the second paragraph of the resolution, we were holding the mortgage. We didn't provide the mortgage. The Bonin provided the mortgage. We were the holder of the mortgage. So I did prepare a draft with that word change from providing to say holding instead. And so that'll be the one that I'm asking you to sign.
All right.
Any other questions about that?
Thanks.
No.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion to approve the resolution number 2022-30 to execute the release on the foreclosed mortgage.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion with that change that he put into it?
Correct.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Lance,
Aye.
Renee. Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have this consideration of revised 2080 agreement headwaters of the South River Watershed Management Authority. And I don't think that, I don't know where you're at on this, but I don't think I'm ready to do anything on that. I mean, we signed them. I just don't know that we need to change anything. We have about 5 acres in that. I think it's 5 acres, not a whole lot. Wes has been a representative on that, and it didn't matter to him whether we were in or out, but I just don't want to lock the county into any expenses down the road by being part of this 2080.
Right, and no more, like you said, no more property or water that we have in that. I don't know that it's necessary either.
I know we joined it last year so that they could apply for grants with the unity of counties, but
Right.
I'm not sure that it's something that we need to stay part of on this.
Right.
I could take a motion, or we could do a no motion. That's up to you.
I don't, I'm just to avoid it,
Confusion.
having a negative motion, which is kind of improper. If you took no action, what I think would happen is because we're not rejoining the 2080, we would just fall out of the 2080. So I think it would just by default, we would be out if you took no action to approve it.
Okay,
So I don't hear a motion, so no action was taken. Next I have is consideration to approve the employee handbook changes. I know you printed those off.
yes, we've added some short-term disability insurance for employees, so that's been added to the handbook. And that's the only change. So I would make a motion to approve the employee handbook changes.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next I have is consideration to approve funds for City of Hubbard to enhance Iowa community attraction and tourism grant. Marshall. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, Marshall Zimmerman, Mayor of the City of Hubbard. So as you know, Hubbard's embarking on a project to replace the swimming pool. So we're looking to build, completely demolish the old pool, shower house facilities, mechanical room, and build a new swimming pool, shower room, and mechanical building. Total budget is anticipated to be about roughly $2.5 million. To date, we have raised local donations and pledges of $817,000. We've had we've applied for various grants. Those have come in at around 98, just a little over 98,000. So total raised about 915,000. So we have a goal of at least 1 million. Anything over that, of course, is better. The difference, the shortfall, will end up bonding, going into the bond market and bonding for the difference. So we have applied, we are in the process of applying for an Enhanced Iowa grant, which is Community Attraction and Tourism grant. And part of the requirements of that is both city and county financial participation. So I'm here today to ask the county if they would be willing to participate in that grant from a financial perspective. I'm asking for 25,000.
We've done a similar grant with the City of Radcliffe with the Legion Club. I don't know if it was the exact same grant, but it was similar where it needed county participation. We did the 25,000 for that. We did it over the course of a 5-year loan with forgiving the last loan if they kept up with all the payments. And we use the economic loss funds. The loss funds for economic development and community betterment. In my mind, I don't think this is out of the ordinary to do the same thing.
Right, I would agree. So I would make the motion to provide the $25,000 loan to the City of Hubbard with repayment of $5,000. Then the same covered, we would forgive the last payment.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? This grant you're applying for, I believe, is a $500,000 grant,
That's 300,000.
300,000.
Yep.
Okay, when I talked to Marty, it sounded like it was 5. Thinking he might get 300, but
You're right. I'm sorry. I got 300 in my mind because that's what I'm hoping we're getting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it could be anywhere probably from 3 all the way up to 5. It won't
Yeah.
exceed 5, but
Yeah.
$5,000 from the county to get them 500,000, even 100,000 is well
Yeah.
worth it.
Yep, I agree.
And-
Should be a good project for the town.
And this loan would be contingent on getting the grant, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Mhm.
And I would need a written document from the county, outlining what our participation is and all that.
So is this something you would write up there?
Yeah, I made a note to look at it was the Legion one that we're kind of
Yes.
modeling this after,
In
so
Radcliffe.
I'll use that as my template. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Daryl can write that up and,
Perfect.
Give me your contact information
Yep.
after the meeting or.
Yep, I will.
and
And we're under a little bit of a time crunch on that, so kind of need it.
SAP.
Yeah.
can this be signed right away as soon as you have it
I
for
think
this
so.
motion? Okay.
It's the deadline for applications, where we're at, and we have people on vacation and all that, so we're trying to navigate through that.
I mean, I can run it over. No problem too, so. it's
Figure out
done.
how to get it.
Are we missing anything that we need, or do we have it all covered?
I think we're covered.
Any other discussion? Hearing no more, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Aye, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next I have is change status secondary roads. I have 3 of these.
we have, make a motion to approve the change of status for Austin Day. Evidently, his wage was incorrect, that was previously given, or his fiscal year 2023 wage was incorrect. So his hourly or salary rate would be $22.25 an hour. And he's full-time. Correction.
Okay, give me your motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to change for Austin Day to 22.25 effective 7/1/22. All in favor or any discussion? I'll second. Any discussion? Because of the incorrect wage that was given. Do you know? what
You
was-
want an explanation? Okay,
Yeah,
all right. So, I don't know where it happened, somewhere between me and Becca, but Tim and Mark Whipple are our newest employees, so they should have the exact same rate. But Austin's was 25 cents too high and what you approved on July 1. So this is just bringing him down to where he should be. So him and Mark, they start within a week of each other. They should be making the exact same. So it's just lowering his pay by 25 cents.
Okay,
And then he'll get that 25 cents back once his probation's over.
any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye, motion carries.
The next one I have, I'll make a motion to approve the employee change of status for Aiden Butler. It is a hiring at $22 an hour. It's a heavy equipment operator, and he will receive 50 cent per hour raise after 6-month probationary period.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded in discussion effective 7/18/22.
Correct.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And last, we have a change of status that I'll make a motion to approve for Lori Cohart. Effective 7/11/22 as the office manager, and it'll be full-time. Hiring and at $19.50 an hour with a 50 cent per hour raise after a 6-month probationary period.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next is change of status at the sheriff's department.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve the change of status. for the resignation of John Sorensen. That's if he was a correctional officer, sergeant, effective July 1st, 2022. His salary was $24.75 an hour.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And another change of status, I'll make a motion to approve for Larson's or Spencer Larson, correct, that's a hiring for correctional officer. Permanent part-time at $20.35 an hour. Effective July 6th.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have the sheriff's monthly report.
I'll make a motion to approve the sheriff's monthly report for the month of May. No, for the month of June, I'm sorry.
I'll second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Another business. Thomas walked out of the room. I'm sure he had something for today. Do you have anything for other business? Weather?
No, we didn't have anything significant last night. A couple of small trees down, only one tree on a house here in Eldora, but nothing, it was not any major damage to it. Might be a shingle or two, but nothing there. And then just monitoring this week with the fair going on. We have pretty good chances of storms every night
Oh, great.
through Friday, so.
Okay,
I did hear on the news last night or this morning that they are considering it a derecho. Just because it's straight line winds coming from as far
Well,
away as the other states and.
I understood they were talking about some of it up in Dakota and northwest Iowa because the winds were high enough, but there's a wind, there's a limit on the wind and it has to be like 90 or 100 mile an
Oh,
hour.
really?
And once it got here, it was down to only 60 mile an hour, 60 and 70 mile an hour. So we'll see what the weather
Okay.
service says on that.
Okay.
But yeah, we didn't, Iowa Falls had a little bit of tree and fence damage here and there, but nothing.
At least nothing major.
No.
Good.
I just had two on the roads and they were just in our usual suspect areas.
Really?
When that sheriff gives me the address, I know where they are.
Yep.
Every time.
do we have any other business? At 9:32, I'll ask for a recess till 9:32 and we'll go into that public hearing.
Okay, so
I will second. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye, motion carries for a recess.